It's Week 18 of the National Football League, and we'll see Bryce Young. He's gone over 4,000 yards passing now for the year.
Now the Michigan man, Jake Moody, to get us started.
And we are underway from Arrowhead. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. So here are the Chiefs now coming out for their opening drive. And a peek at the man under center. He has 5 full years in the league under his belt, now in year number 6.
And he's got to be feeling pretty good about his individual performance from last week's game. I mean, did throw 4 touchdown passes, so he's in sync with his receivers, and they're very confident. Did have 1 interception, and
they lost.
Yeah, so no matter how many touchdowns he threw, if it comes in a loss, he's not going to be satisfied.
Well, this defense for the Texans, they were excellent a week ago in the win over Pittsburgh.
Yeah, they gave up 17 points, but that's what you would consider a goal for each and every defense, because if you give up 17 points a game all year long, you're thinking you're going to be a playoff team because you expect your offense to score more than that. That's what you're looking for. Room to improve, of course, but I have to say a very solid performance.
They'll run for the first time with Breece Hall.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
You look at the defense for these Texans.
Right now, they're ranked number 29 in the NFL against the pass, so 4th from the bottom, Charles.
Defending the pass has not been one of their strong suits throughout the season, but if they have any hopes of making waves in January, they've got to improve in this area. I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so.
And he cannot get away, and Young will go down.
Nolan Smith,
he's the culprit, causes a loss of 5, and it brings up 4th down. The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. So out come the Texans for their opening drive. And they'll be let out by their 6-year quarterback.
I guess we're going to have to nickname him the thrower, aren't we, or something like that.
After last week?
I mean, man, you're talking about over 400 yards throwing the ball. The running backs and everyone else may be looking at him like, hey, don't forget us. And he probably just tell him, listen, you want to get involved? Go out and catch some passes. I'll make sure you touch it.
And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
The Texans at 13 and 3 now on the year. And they've gone a full couple of months now since their last loss. Winners of 8 in a row.
And we always talk about how a team has to play complementary football in order to really be a good squad. But I think in this league, if your offense isn't playing really well as this one is, you're not going to run off this kind of a streak.
A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Two first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10.
Play action. Now Richardson. quick throw there is incomplete. Romeo Doubs is intended receiver.
And now it's second down.
But Charles, as we've covered, they've already clinched their spot in the postseason, so now they just want to avoid adding any additional names to this list before the postseason begins.
Terrific observation, because trying to move up a spot, I don't know if it's worth it if you're trying to play guys who aren't quite right. Get them healthy, get ready for the playoffs, make your move then.
Now they set up the screen. That's complete. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
Boy, that was certainly well-read defensively. And the key to any screen play is space to work. And there was none to be found there. And a tackling for just a short gain.
Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. Up the middle they go. Douglas. And he'll be stopped well short. Only 2 yards there. 4th and 3.
You know, we might start getting some props here in the booth. You know, that one that says the D and then the fence that you put up next to it. How about that? They brought out the jumbo package and still couldn't move them off the line of scrimmage enough to pick up that first down.
Impressive. They were ready defensively for that jumbo set.
Going for it on 4th. Here's Richardson.
And they're going to try the screen. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on 4th. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there.
So the 4th down conversion has him inside the 40 now. 1st and 10.
Now a handoff up the middle. It's Douglas. And down right around the 32-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup.
I feel like I can see what he was thinking on that carry. He wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
From the 32-yard line now, here's 2nd and 6. Now Richardson.
And a quick throw here that's complete. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. Coming into the week, he's the NFL's leader in receiving yards. There's his first catch, and it's good for a first down.
Hands it off out of the gun.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Richardson now on 2nd down. He's got room to roam.
And all the way down to the 5. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up 1st and goal.
Well, no question, this is exactly how they wanted to start this football game. And nice pass there. Now they're set up beautifully, Charles, to finish this off with a touchdown.
Yeah, but they've still got to finish it off, partner, and that means they've got to execute at this stage of the field. So we've seen many teams march it right to the goal line and not cash in. They got something dialed up here that puts it in the end zone.
That gets them 3 yards closer here as it brings up 2nd and goal.
At the 3-yard line.
No score after 1 on EA Sports. Texans football to start quarter 2 as they come up now 2nd and goal. And they'll run again, but he will lose yardage here. Back to the 4-yard line. That'll be a loss of a yard that leads to a 3rd down.
And now 3rd and goal coming up. The loss on 2nd down. That just means this crowd's going to get even louder. And they'll get a little bit of extra help from the defenders as they exhort them to join them in the effort.
Richardson now on 3rd and goal.
They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. Touchdown, Texans. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year.
And the Texans post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this second quarter. Moody good with the extra point.
And it's now a 7-0 game.
So following the touchdown, here's Moody back out to send it away.
And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Kansas City taking the field for their second drive. They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the score as they begin with a first down. Now Young. Caught on the right side by Dorsett. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
A 2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Quentin Johnston, 55 yards. And the Chiefs are an extra point away from evening this one up. Extra point right down the middle, and we are tied at 7. So a 75-yard scoring drive on just 3 plays. And it was Quentin Johnston who finished that drive off with a touchdown grab. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
So now we get set to see Houston for their second drive of the ball game. Even though they might not find the number 1 seed next to their name come playoff time, there's not going to be very many teams, if any, entering the playoffs on the kind of run they're on. They're hot.
And I love that word, hot, because every team in the league wants to go into the playoffs on that uptick. Because a lot of the time you serve notice to the rest of the league that, hey, we're the team you need to deal with. We're the team that's going to be a real problem for you. And if they can continue this streak, they could very well be that team and gain that confidence that they're seeking as they head to the playoffs.
And confidence, that's the word I would use from our meetings with them. They said we're playing our best football right now. It is showing.
2nd and 10, back to the air with Richardson. The short throw pulled in by Woods. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Oh, it's time to give more credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Able to find the open man. That's complete.
Yeah, they'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. Up the middle they go. Douglas.
And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33.
15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense, and on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground.
Oh, great effort there. He's going to get this inside the 15, and they'll spot it at the 13-yard line. Nice run. 43 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Well, he can be a load to handle off the edge, and he can do it against the pass. Sure, he can do it against the run like he did there.
And you mentioned a load. How about having to adjust to his speed as well? Because not only does he bring some pop, he brings some dash as well. A nice play on that situation.
And the Texans are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the second quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum because now they're reading their patterns downfield, they're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes in the defense.
They'll try to run this one in. And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. A great play there. With his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Texans have taken the lead.
Moody good with the extra point.
And that makes the score 14-7.
So after the made field goal by Moody, he's back out to kick this one away. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. KC's offense ready to take over. A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive that they watched the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they have had a lot of time to cool off from reaching the end zone the last time. So have they been able to keep themselves mentally sharp and into this game, even though they haven't been on the field? And you and I both know, one big play there gets them right back up to that level.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
On 2nd down, a run with Hall.
And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
A yard all they need, but it's 3rd down.
Ready, go.
Young.
And he is going to be taken down. They got him. As that is going to take us to the 2-minute warning. Jalen Carter in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. He'll send this one into the Midwestern air, and it's a good one. Here's Jackson to return. A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return. And the Texans will take over.
Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. He's over 40 yards here in the second quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable, and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here, because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
And now he's looking just to add to his totals. And some room to run now. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A big play there on the catch and run, and it'll give them a fresh set of downs.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of...
Richardson hit it, he fumbles it. And this ball recovered by the offense. But remember, they cannot advance it here in the final 2 minutes of the half. So this will be blown dead, and it'll come back to the spot of the fumble.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. That is the first time that they've targeted him that he has not come down with a catch.
He's got everything that's been thrown his way, a dominant pass receiver that can break down any defense, because he's doing that kind of work that really hurts you on the back end.
And even though it's an incompletion there, I think they're going back to that well. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
And Richardson yet again. Looking deep here for Dobbs.
This is caught inside the 15.
And he's going to be out of bounds all the way down inside the 15.
A big play there just before halftime. 42 yards. Well, make that now 2 completions for him on this drive, and these aren't ordinary completions. They're big ones.
Yeah, these are the types that make a secondary talk to each other and not in a good way. Oftentimes pointing fingers. Hey, who's got him? Someone cover it. That type of indecision can open up to even more big plays.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Back to throw. Here's Richardson. Tries the right side, finding Woods here.
It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd down. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half.
From the 5, 2nd and 4.
Now a handoff running through the middle. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year.
And the Texans will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Moody good with the extra point.
And it's now 21-7.
So here's Moody back out there now to send this one away.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25.
The Chiefs going to go back on offense one final time in this first half.
And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. On 2nd down, Young. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They look lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Clark Phillips has got it.
And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. And this one is right down the middle.
So that, Charles, a season long right there.
And you know who's really excited about that? The special teams coordinator, because he's the one who has to tell the head coach in pregame, this is where we trust him from. This distance, he can hit it. And he repaid that trust by knocking that one right through.
So with 3 seconds remaining in the half, they will line up to kick this one away.
So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly...
Only 30 minutes left in the regular season, and everybody's excited for the playoffs, so we're just going to forget the halftime show and get back to the football.
Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's the Texans in front, and they're going to get the football first as we are back underway in the 3rd quarter. So here's the Texans offense now. They get set to start this 3rd quarter. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
If you're in the offensive huddle, you're smiling after that play because you've certainly got them guessing now. 2nd and short, could they just hand it off for another big gain? Or did they take advantage of this spot to take a big shot downfield?
from the gun. He'll hand this off.
And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
Richardson off the play fake.
And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, it's too early to figure out what kind of adjustments this defense made at halftime, but that's a good start to the second half. They can now afford to give up more points and fall further behind, so well done to force the punting situation here.
This is fielded at the 27. A 7-yard return following a punt of 45 yards. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half.
Check pink.
1st and 10, Young. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. The sack recorded. It's a loss of 5, and now it's 2nd down.
At the 29-yard line.
Black open.
Now here's Young. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
Blue check. Yellow line.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Still going inside the 20.
And he's going to get it all the way down to the 10-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 61 yards.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, if only they were all this easy, because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
Ready?
Hall ought to give up the middle.
And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down. So a decent deficit at this stage in the second half. 4-down territory?
No doubt about it. There's not a chance that he hasn't looked ahead and said, okay, if we gain yardage on this play, this is what we'll do going forward. If we lose yardage, this is the play call that I'll have ready.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. And his kick is right there. It's good, and that will close the gap down to 14.
So that maybe not exactly what they were hoping for, but it does get them back within a couple of scores.
And at this point in the 3rd quarter, you don't have much margin for error, and that means you can't have drives that end with nothing. Whether it's a punt, a turnover on downs, those have to go away. You have to end with a kick, either a field goal or an extra point after a touchdown.
And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
And now out comes Houston.
And these guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on 1st down.
Richardson looking to throw. He'll get the hook up there to Woods.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
Another 1st down, this time on a gain of 19.
That's another beautiful throw right there. It gets it to his man right in stride. And I think that throw kind of exemplifies what we've seen from this offense throughout this game. They've been in rhythm. They've been sharp. They've been on it. And they pick up another 1st down there.
First and 10, Richardson looks to throw it.
Being chased down, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Micah Parsons,
a milestone sack for him as it moves him past Hall of Famer Lawrence Taylor, who finished his career with 132.5. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19.
Here's Richardson to throw. This pass caught. It's Woods.
And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards.
Let's just call it as we just saw right there, a breakdown defensively. Seems like no one went with the tight end, and no one really did. Had all sorts of space in the middle of the field. Yeah, everyone else was covered, but he was not. Big play results.
48 yards rushing for him now to this point.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it.
And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. A great play there.
With his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Texans take a 3-touchdown lead. Moody good with the extra point.
And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
Chiefs 10. Jake Moody to kick off.
So following the touchdown, here's Moody back out to send it away.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
And Kansas City's offense now set and ready to go. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
36 yards on the play. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Ready, go.
Here is Young.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line.
So that changes things. You get the interception, and then to boot, a good return tacked on.
And really, it was down to him versus the quarterback on the return, and that's one you would think the defender would win. But a nice job there of seeing the play all the way to the end and making the tackle by the QB.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
3rd quarter action here in this regular season finale. This will be 2nd and 10.
Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
They go play action with Richardson.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. A great effort there. 26 yards.
And the Texans take the forced turnover on defense and convert it into 6 points. Moody good with the extra point.
And that'll increase their lead to 28.
So after the made field goal by Moody, he's back out to kick this one away.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And now here comes Kansas City.
Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD. And if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting at?
Young is intercepted for the 3rd time this game.
And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
Or it certainly feels like this defensive group has figured this guy out to the tune of a big lead in this one. And you know that he's frustrated with how this game has gone. And now with back-to-back interceptions, he's got to find a way to get out of his own head and start making better plays.
And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he will cross the 30 down to the 29-yard line. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5. And third quarter here, you... We welcome you back to Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City. It's Texans football as we get set to rejoin the action in quarter number 3.
They'll come up facing 3rd and 5.
79 Broncos.
Yeah, Richardson back to throw it. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans.
Ready, set.
1 quarter remains here as the regular season starts to wind down. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. We're back now in KC. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4.
Check that. Ready.
They'll run on first down. It's Douglas, and he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
Taken down by Pete Werner.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
On 2nd down, it's Richardson to throw it.
That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches.
Next at 3rd and inches.
Ready. No. Ready.
They'll try and run this one right up the gut. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4.
Brandon, this can be so demoralizing for a defense. They've had 2 opportunities to get off the field. They haven't gotten it done. So now your coordinator, he's going to call every blitz that he has, any type of exotic, something that they haven't seen before. And he's also telling the defensive lineman, don't worry about holding people up. Just get in gaps and try and make a big play.
And not only not getting off the field on 2 opportunities, clock continuing to run. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
If you're going to keep these guys out of the end zone, you've got to be able to commit to stopping the run. And that's a nice job there, getting the safeties involved in run support.
They'll try to run this one in. And he takes it into the end zone across the chalk. Now there is a flag down, but I think that's offsides on the defense.
Yeah, I think that's going to stand, partner.
Offside. Defense.
And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
Here's another 2nd and goal, this time from half the distance closer.
Bronco leading. Roll.
They'll try again. Pushing for the end zone, but he's not going to get there. They stop him just shy of the goal line.
A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
Well, they made the play there, and I'll guarantee you their coaches and the other players are screaming at them about their pride. Come on, guys. He's already gotten in 3 times. You can't give up a 4th one. And on that play, they were able to make the stop.
And you knew they were going to go to him to try to get that 4th.
And why wouldn't they? It's not just getting the 4th. He's the hot hand, so to speak, right? The hot feet in this situation. And he knows how to find the end zone. That time, he just didn't get there.
Still 3rd down.
How crucial will those 5 yards be? We'll see as they come up again here, 3rd and goal.
Richardson.
Touchdown! A great play there with his 13th touchdown of the year and 2nd of the game.
And the Texans extend their 4th quarter lead, and they are closing in now on a 14-win campaign. Moody good with the extra point.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
So here's Moody back out there now to send this one away.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So the Chiefs offense heads out. There's a look at the playoff picture in the AFC.
Well, here we sit, week 17. Just one more week in the regular season after this one. So if you're one of these teams trying to make a move and improve your spot or jump in from the outside, Charles, you better make that move now.
And these final games are often a good barometer for all those teams fighting for position or a wild card spot. They have to be able to get the job done these last 2 weeks before things get even tougher when the playoffs officially begin.
Now a second down throw for Young. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground.
Nolan Smith
able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. 3rd and long for Young.
Here's one deep for Pickens.
Oh, wide open. Touchdown.
George Pickens,
his 6th touchdown of the season.
And the Chiefs get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit.
Point after, right down the middle. And that'll cut the lead down a bit to 28. Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away.
This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
And the Texans set to come onto the field.
Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard. But they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives. And I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate. But we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
A CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Partner, you and I have struggled with this for years. You've got the lead. Just take care of the football and burn some of that clock. But there's something to be said for not taking your foot off the gas as well, because you can never have too big of a cushion. That one, though, falls incomplete.
Richardson to throw off play action.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy, because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out, because this one, it was over a long time ago.
The Chiefs in good position to start out as they come up 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. From the shotgun, it's Young. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
And Young's throw there incomplete.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
Young on 3rd down.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he will have a Chiefs 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Again, it's Young. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. But he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Looking to throw, Young. And in for the Chiefs touchdown.
Quentin Johnston
2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far.
And the Chiefs get a bit closer.
Check. Unlock line.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll cut the lead back down to 21. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And the effort snuffed out. The Texans' hands team recovers. Now they're down big here in the fourth. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
58 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Hate to be blunt, but it is just continuing to prove to be the case that this O-line is manhandling this D-line right now.
They deserve to roll up their sleeves and show up their biceps because they're doing exactly what you just described. Manhandling the defensive front. They've got the leverage. They're powering through, and they're controlling this game.
That one good for 10 yards. And that'll make it second and a foot or so.
At the 19-yard line.
Now a handoff up the middle. It's Douglas, and he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Here we go. Hey, check it. On the ball.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll be taken down here, and that is how this one is going to come to an end.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And, partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into?